where do you feel most prone that your insight might, you know, zig where you think it's going to zag? Where
Yeah.
do you feel least confident in some of your insight?
Yeah. That's a great question. Never been asked that, but the answer is very obviously banks. Again, I saw last time what happens when banks don't play ball and they don't work with borrowers. And that leads to a nasty domino series of events that just blows up into a mushroom cloud. It starts slowly. It's like a tsunami and it just builds and builds and builds and builds. They are acting so unexpectedly different today that it shocked me. But near as I can tell, they're still leaning that direction. That could change in a moment. You know, somebody on Wall Street could whisper in Bank of America's ear and say, hey, we'll buy all your foreclosures at loan price, foreclose as fast as possible, right? If the banks suddenly don't play ball with homeowners, that would change my story in a heartbeat. Because again, there's a financial commitment, there's a contract in place, and if you miss a payment, they can file an NOD tomorrow, all right, or after 60 days or whatever the time is in your state. So the biggest zig or zag where I could absolutely be wrong is if the banks suddenly go back to 2008 and they read the letter of the contract and go, nope, we don't have to deal with you. We don't want to deal with you. We want your house because Wall Street's going to make us whole and Wall Street's going to give us a 10% kicker. And I mean, that could happen. I don't think it's a likelihood given the current administration because they would just rain holy hell on people. But I mean, that's the biggest thing is if banks suddenly go back to being dicks. I don't know what else to say.